Miss Pandaria has finally launched. I'm super excited. Hope everyone in the chat is doing well and you got to play it all with some of the really fun bugs that were going on last night when it launched. I stayed up for around like 40 minutes after it launched because it released at midnight for me. And during that time, the only thing I was able to do was I had to wait a really long time, but there was one that was like mission failed, where you just got on the ship and you tried to hand it in and like everybody's on the ship. No matter what you did, you just failed the mission immediately. So I logged off and looked for the time loss for a little bit. And when I came back, I was able to hand it in, but then nobody could get on any of the choppers to do the quest. So I spent like another 15 or so minutes trying to get on a helicopter. And I was like, I'll just wait till morning when, you know, they fix this, because I was like, this is not gonna work out. But hi, Zai. I haven't gotten on yet. I figured it was too chaotic. Last night it definitely was too chaotic. It was, I guess the server was just completely overwhelmed with literally every single person in the game trying to click on the same exact quest giver because it puts you all in the same boat with all the same person. So that didn't work out. Which, of course it didn't. Why would that work? But yeah, I was able to complete it this morning. It looked like they actually couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, or just was like, you know what? You're just gonna accept the quest and then immediately complete it and you don't actually have to do it, because this morning when I got on, I was on the ship and I was supposed to do a quest to like shoot a bunch of people in the helicopter. But it just immediately like finished. I didn't have to do it. So, but yeah, there was like 8 helicopters for like hundreds of people trying to get on the 8 helicopters, and it just was not happening. But this morning I was able to do it. I haven't run into anything else this morning, but last night it was whoopee. Got some coffee. Alright. Buff myself up. I don't really remember what Enhancement Shaman was like in Pandaria, but so far the kit that I have seems pretty fun. It's made me want to play it on retail again, but there's just so many buttons. I don't think I can play it on retail. It's really sad. I kind of like to like mirror what I'm playing on retail and on classic at the same time when I like go between the different games, but I was like, man, I'm gonna have to crack out the MMO mouse if I want to play Enhancement on retail. There's just too many buttons. It's fine if I was only doing PvE, but because you need like focus stuff for PvP, and then you get a bunch of like 3 more ability talents from your PvP skills. Just too much macro. Too many key bindings. You want me to go back to the ship? Report to Admiral Rogers at Podon Village. Where? Doesn't seem. Wait, that's so far away though. That makes it look like it's on the ship. Is there a flight path over there? Don't know any flight locations. Okay. We're doing it the old-fashioned way. We do eventually learn how to fly in Pandaria, right? It's so weird running around on the ground. I like just got flying like a week or 2 ago, and we're like, all right, back on the ground. You had your fun in the sky for a week or 2. Now you're done. Oh, there's. I gotta catch all of them. Only a white one, whatever. I kind of just try to grab them for the achievements. All the different types. Yo, this beaver is huge. Like, compared to the squirrel, I didn't know beavers were that big. I don't know if I've ever seen a beaver in real life either, to like know if it was really that big or not compared to a squirrel. I figured I could hold both of them in like one hand, but maybe not. Oh. I love how your person cries when your pet dies. Oh, somebody was messaging me. I've been having like a lot of issues here in Germany since I've moved here where people come to my door who I don't know what they're actually doing. I never really like figure out what the purpose of their visit was. So it just seems like scams. It just seems like people come to my door to scam me all the time since I moved to Germany. When I lived in the US, nobody ever tried to like come in my house or like tell me things or like get money from me or things that the way they do here in Germany. And it's so weird because it makes more sense that it would have happened to me in the US at like single family homes. Like, you know, it's really easy to just walk up to the front door and knock on it on a normal home in the US. But in Germany, it's like you have to get somebody has to let you into the building. Like, you can't even get into the buildings without a key or somebody like buzzing you in. So they get into the apartment buildings and then we'll go all the way up to the top floor and still like do this. It is so much work, and I don't understand, like, in a city with as many people as it has, that so many people have come to me specifically for this type of thing over and over again. It's like, did they just have like a list of the foreigners or something? Did they just go bother all the foreigners in the country because they don't know what's going on and they're worried that they needed to answer the door or something? Because that's basically what happened. Like, one of the first times, they're like, yeah, we have to come in and see if you, like, something about your internet, like the connections for your internet. And I'm like, okay, that seemed really weird, but okay, come in. And they're like, okay, well, I need, like, your contract information. I'm like, I don't own it, like, I don't pay for the internet. I don't have a contract for internet. My landlord does. And they're like, oh. And then they seem really upset. And I'm like, what do you want me to do about that? I was like, I don't know what's going on. Or people will come in and be like, do this like whole spiel, and I'm like, I have no idea what you said. They'll like talk for like 5 minutes, but not give you like a second to interject and be like, I don't know German, so I don't know what you just said to me. And they'll be like, oh no, it's fine. And then they'll say the whole thing again in English, and it's like, and would you like to donate money? And I'm like, can you get the hell out of here? Ronan. What? So it's like I've moved like 4 times, and these same people come to my apartment every single time that I move, and I haven't even been here for 2 years. I'm a very sus foreigner, apparently. So I had another one come in yesterday, and it took me a moment to answer the door. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm with Vodafone. And I need to check all of the apartment buildings to see if they're possible, like all the individual apartment buildings, to check if it's possible to get the fiber coax upgrade or something, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. I was like, you need to see something in my living room, like the wall connections. He's like, yeah, I just have to see, I have to check if like it's possible for you to get the upgrade. I was like, and like no matter how many times I said like I'm busy, he's just like whatever. So he comes in, he like rubs his feet all over. Like I have hardwood floors, and then I have like a couple carpets. But he comes in and like puts one foot on one carpet and one foot on the other carpet, and like doesn't stand on the hardwood floor. And I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with you? Get off of my carpet. So, and then I was like, okay, here it is. He's like, all right. He's like, I need your customer number to see if you can get it. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, what, what do you need my customer number for? He's like, I have to make sure that it's possible for you to get it. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, for an upgrade? I was like, is this free? Does this cost me money? He's like, it doesn't cost you anything. I was like, okay. So I could not find this number for forever. And finally, like, he needs, like, the last four of the IBAN and, like, my birthday and the customer number. And he's like, okay, well, I see you're on this plan, but how about we upgrade you to this other plan? And I'm like, no. And he's like, okay, well, you have this phone plan. How about we put you on this different phone plan? I'm like, no. He's like, okay, ciao, ciao. I'm like, what the? I was like, I asked you if this would cost me money. I was like, I feel like I just got scammed. Like, this person just came in my house and scammed me. And I'm like, what are you giving me? Where the hell is this person at? I can't find wherever this quest is. It says it's right here, but there's nothing here. Right? Am I tripping? It's right here. Maybe like log out and log back in. Maybe it'll be here. So, I don't know. I'm done answering the door. If someone's house is on fire, if I'm on fire, I don't care. I'm just dying, you're dying, we're all dying. Don't give a shit. Not answering the door anymore. Like, people are just like scamming me, lying to me, like, don't come in my house, don't knock on my door, I'm done. I can't stand it anymore. I can't say that I've had that. Anyone who knocks on my door, I usually say no German and close it. Well, yeah, he's like, do you speak German? And I was like, no, just English. He spoke to me in English, so. Yeah. But yeah, the one thing came from, oh, I just need to see the wall outlets to see if you can get the upgrade for free, like at no cost. So I need all of this information about you to try and upsell you on the services at Vodafone. And I'm just like, I'm about to call Vodafone and get you fired. Like, what the hell are you doing? So mad. If it's super important, they can send me a mail. That's my thought process from now on, is that if you need to come to my door and you need to like get information from me or come into my house, they need to set up a meeting with me, because I'm done. Because it just seems like, I feel like I got scammed, and also I feel like people have been taking advantage of like my kindness, and I don't want to be like a bitter person about it and like not be a nice person, but you know, I get taken advantage of so much. I really don't know where this quest is. What is going on here? Right, there should be a person here. I just don't see. It says it's up here. Hold on, village. Can I just jump? Will I die if I jump? Is there any way off of the ship once you're inside of it? I feel like everybody else is having the same issue, because everybody else is also just like running around in circles on the ship. Alright, I guess we're gonna jump off and die. I don't see any way off of the ship, and there's no quest up here. But I should have an ink, so it should be okay. Yeah, I swear, it says the quest is up there. There's no way to get to it. What the? Let's see if I can find anything about it online, because... Return to Paladon Village. Why is the quest all the way in the airship, though? They messed up, for sure. Like, at first when I came to the country, I was just like, I don't really know what's normal, and I don't want to not let people do the things that they're supposed to do. And also, like, if I had a job where I had to do something, and, like, the people answering the door were, like, super rude or mean to me, like, I would be upset about that. If I was just trying to do, like, a normal job, something I actually had to do legitimately. But I just feel like what they're doing is not really legitimate. Like, is Vodafone really sending people around, like, door to door to be like, yeah, I need to come in and check this thing on your wall, but it's actually just a ploy to get your customer number and see if I can upsell whatever plan you're on currently. Like, I don't understand. And then you think about it, like, you think back on it, like, hindsight is 2020. Like, I should have just shut the door in his face or, like, told him to get out after, like, he checked the wall or whatever. Like, no, you don't need my customer number. Like, it's really annoying. They come to the door and they're like, they know your name and they know what company you have for your products. So, you know, they have like their ID and they have like the little screen thing that shows like all of your information and everything. So it seems legitimate, but the more it goes on, you're just like, I wish I was a meaner person. I could just tell people to get the fuck out. But in the moment, I'm trying to not be like a mean person, you know? The only time I opened the door, let them come in was when I lived in Zurich. I missed some payment that for some did not get auto-paid. They put you on this list, and if you don't pay, they send mail. Then you have a court date if you don't pay. And I missed it all, so one morning I opened the door to 3 police officers getting ready to arrest me for a 15 bill. That's insane that they would come after you for $15. Well, obviously, if there's a police at the door, I would answer it for police, but this was also an issue that I can look outside the door, but it had taken me so long to answer the door that they were already gone. So I didn't know if it was like my neighbor or like a package or something, because obviously I'll open the door for if I notice it's my neighbor, or if it's a delivery person, I'll answer the door because sometimes they'll ask me to hold packages for my neighbors, which is fine. But they were already gone, so I didn't know who it was, and then they heard me open the door and ran back up the stairs, so... And then it was too late, but now, yeah, I'm definitely checking the door to see if it's a package person or my neighbor, and if it's not, I'm not answering the door, and I just don't care anymore. If it's that important, they need to send me mail, email, a phone call, like anything. Like, you're not I'm done with people coming in my house, asking me for money. I got some advice about it, and there's something I can put on my door. I'm trying to see what they said. Kind of out, Sierra. They said put it next to my doorbell. And they said I can get a restraining order against the company if they still try to sell me something. With that notice on my door. I was like, I'm done, man. We're going full German Karen on this one. Like, stop coming in my house, wasting my time, lying to me, whatever's going on, we're done. It's not happening anymore. You can only have it done to you so many times. Like, I think it's been like, it has been less than 2 years since I've been here. And they've come to my door and tried to get me to buy or give them money more times than my entire life in the US. I don't get it. That's so weird. Yeah, it's like a no solicitation sign, because we have that in the US too. But yeah, it was like, what was this? I'd put that next to your doorbell. They said, put the kind of house yellow sign next to your doorbell, and next time someone rings, accuse them of being dyslexic loudly. Like, oh yeah, I know house yellow. Yeah. Like, we're gonna do the whole, okay, I'm taking your name and... But I think I just won't answer the door anymore. I think that's the main plan. Where is this quest? Ooh. It's making me mad. It's not here. It says go to the Paldon village. I'm in the Paldon village. If I abandon, try again. Where's this quest at? All the way down there. Okay. We're gonna drop it and try the quest again because I don't know what's going on, but it tells me to go to Paldon. There's nothing in Paldon. It tells me to go to the airship for the quest, like the actual quest markers on the airship, but there's nothing on the airship. And then once you go in the airship, you have to kill yourself to get off of it. So I don't know what's going on with the quests, so we're pretty stuck right now. Can't get any further along. Okay, where am I picking this quest up from? There's no quest here. On the dock? Okay. Is this the Sam Heck residence? No, it's not. I have no idea who that is. Never heard of her. Nihongo hanasemasu ka? We're just speaking Japanese to them. Do you know Japanese? Do you understand Japanese? Eh? Turn to Paldon Village. Okay, I see a different quest marker this time. This one tells me to go and jump in something up there. Kent, hello. Have you been playing anymore? Playing anymore what? What do you mean? Which one? Mainly just been playing, Miss Pandaria right now. Yeah, it's coffee right now. I hope this quest actually works this time. You're getting big nostalgia vibes seeing this? Yeah. I guess the other thing is though, like on retail, we just had the MoP remix, so it's not like, oh man, I haven't seen this in forever, because I did. I leveled so many characters through MoP remix. You got all different kinds of mounts and transmogs and everything, so I'm more excited for the Legion one. I want to do the Legion remix, or just I kind of hope they skip MoP and just go straight to or they skip Warlords and go straight to Legion. Although some people were saying they're just gonna be done. Like they weren't gonna do anything else after MoP, they were just gonna like transfer you to like retail or something, I don't know. I heard some weird stories about what they think they're gonna do next, but yeah, some people don't. There has been like word that they may not do Warlords. I don't know. You remember being 14 with your little shaman? Oop. Okay. I did this last time, I'm pretty sure, so what are we doing now? Okay. So I had to pick up that quest to go all the way back to where it already was, get in the gyrocopter, crash it, which I had already done, And then it tells me to return here and hand it in, but there's nobody here. It says return to report to Admiral Rogers at Paudon Village. They're not here. There's no Admiral Rogers. It tells me to go back on the ship again. Let's see. Okay, so it was a bug also in Pandaria Remix, where someone is like, I started a new character, got the quest onward and inward. The NPC, Admiral Rogers, is not at the marked location on Paudon Village. Watch the tutorial video, can confirm the NPC is just not there. And then it's a giant thread of people saying there's no Admiral Rogers NPC quest. Tried logging out and in, tried dropping the quest, still no show. They said they tried flying away and coming back, closing the game. What the hell? Okay. But this is from the MoP one, but that's kind of funny that it's still the same issue now. Like, you would think that they would have these types of bugs worked out since they literally just did MoP Remix. They're like, oh, we had this type of bug. We should probably fix that before we actually release it in Classic. Okay, so I guess we will have to skip this because broken. That person is just not there. We'll go adventure elsewhere and just continue questing with side quests, I guess, somewhere else. Maybe we'll go to Pearlfin or something. Kind of crazy though. Hopefully they'll have it fixed a little bit later. We'll get out of this town. Man, that sucks though. Like, I just can't continue the quest. It's just broken. Just not there. Not in the town. Not on the ship. Nothing. Oh, she randomly showed up over here. Okay, do you like where Sky Admiral Rogers is? Okay, we're over here. All the way over here under this little hut. This is where the quest marker is. And it's on the ship. On that quest marker. Yeah, she's actually under this little hut. Very nice. Amazing. These Pandarians seem like good people. They're reluctant to get embroiled in our war. But after a few weeks of dealing with the Horde, I have no doubt they'll all come around to our side. Yeah, the Horde kinda were definitely bad guys in this expansion. Especially with the whole mana bomb thing. Alright, soldier, I've got a critical mission for you. Get down to the coastline south of here in the cove. There you'll find a wrecked Alliance vessel. I need you to search it and find out if it was the ship that was carrying Anduin. Cover the captain's log, see if it has any info on where we can find him. Since the log is from a military ship, it'll be written using a cipher. Take it to Nod Kojak afterwards. Hosen aren't your friends. Hosen are your enemies. Yeah, it's so weird that, like, the Horde got the Hosen and we got the Jinyu. The Hosen are weird. We've located an Alliance wreck to the south. Unfortunately, the locals have informed us that it's currently being scavenged by a group of creatures called Hosen. By pillaging our wrecked ships, creatures have already shown that they aren't friendly. Okay? Get down there and take them out. Got it. Kill monkeys. Will do. I was trying really hard to get the time lost proto-drake last night and this morning. I was like, this is the perfect time to go look for it when the patch is releasing. I was like, nobody will be over here. And then last night when I went on, there was nothing. Like, I couldn't find anything. And then this morning was the first time I saw Viragosa. I killed Viragosa, but I was sad because it wasn't the time lost. And then I logged on like 3 hours later and Viragosa spawned again. I was like, God damn it. I was like, I thought I had it for sure. But yeah, Viragosa has spawned twice today and I had to kill her twice. How is this tapped? Nobody's here. Been scammed. Oh, all my pets are dead. Oops. But yeah, I still have that. I have an 85 Warlock on Aranicus right now, so very likely that that'll be the character that gets the time loss, because every time I go there, there's nobody online. Just her. At least there's nobody on Horde side, but I have seen one Alliance person flying around at one point up there, even though the server's dead. Very good at hitting. It's amazing to me how often my pets will miss with like 95 or 90% hit chance. It's like, alright, I've tried to hit 4 times and I've missed 3 of them at 90% hit rate. Like, this feels very rigged. Oh, and speaking of like chances to do something, I'm pretty sure that I played with a warrior who won every single item in the dungeon. Wasn't yesterday? I didn't check like the midway point of the dungeon, but he won like the first 3 items in a row at the beginning of the dungeon, and then at the end of the dungeon I started looking again and he won like the last 6 items in a row, and I'm like, did he literally just win every fucking item in the dungeon? I was like, this dude has to be like roll hacking. There's no way somebody's that lucky. Rolled like above a 90 on every single roll. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I've never seen something like that before. But yeah, I am pretty damn sure you gotta be roll hacking to win every item in a dungeon when there's, you know, like 15 items that drop in it. It's really weird. Okay. Trying to catch up on some of the pet battling stuff so I can actually beat all the trainers. You can actually get like what are they called? These lesser charms of good fortune, and you can get valor points from doing like pet battle stuff, and you can get a lot of gold from it too. Can I get the turtle? I thought I already got one of these. Oh no, I didn't because it was gray. Oh, this one's green though. We can get that one. I like the turtle. Oh my god! Just yeeted my squirrel. Absolutely blown away. This probably counts as like animal abuse, right? This is like dog fighting. You're like, alright, little squirrel, get in there. Don't get beat up by some giant creature. It's just a little turtle right now, but sometimes it's like humanoids. And like, okay, go fight that giant molten lava dog. The turtle looks so funny when he's dead. His mouth is like, Ooh, goodbye, chipmunk. Deaded. Alright, we got a new chipmunk. We knew it improved without the curse of flesh. Got the mechanical one. A crazy looking ability. I'm trying to catch this one. I like his little like rollout move that he has. It's kinda cute. Oh no, he healed himself. Can you imagine if that happened to you in real life? You're just walking around, this turtle just fucking rolls out on you. Just takes you out. Turned into a real life Mario Kart shell. Like, I'm coming for you. This other one's like, I don't want that, I'm leaving. Let's do this quest over here. I spent like 1,000 gold to be able to get my character up to high enough item level to do the scenarios before the pre-patch ended. And then just like the starting quests are basically the same item level as the stuff that I bought. Because you do the first quest and it gives you like one of these things. The 372. And like all the stuff I bought was like 377. Like rip. But you had to be pretty high item level to be able to do the scenario. Because when you do heroic dungeons, it only gives you like 340 something. I don't even have any from heroic. Yeah, it only takes you like 340 something to do all heroic dungeons, which that's even if you get any gear out of them. And you had to be like 353 or something like that to be able to do the scenario. So you had to have above heroic level dungeon gear to do the scenario. I spent like the whole day on my warlock like grinding because she didn't have an auction house, so the server's dead. So she had no way to just buy the gear, so I spent the whole day grinding like the valor points or the justice points to get some gear pieces off of the vendor. Like these kinds, I think they're like 378, 397 gear. But you only get like, it's between like 150 or 200 something points, and the gear is really expensive. It's like 2,000 points to be able to get a piece of gear. And then at the end of the day, I was like, what if I just try to see like what PvP is like? What do I need to like get some PvP gear? How much honor? And I was like, I should have just grinded PvP the whole day. I was like, if I win one battleground and then lose one battleground, that's already a piece of gear. And depending on like how much you like farm the other team, maybe even just one win would give you a piece of gear, because it was only like 425 honor to buy like a main hand weapon for my warlock, and then another 425 for the offhand. And I was like, there was like 4 battlegrounds to get 2 pieces of gear versus the entire day that I spent spamming dungeons to get 1 piece of gear. It was like 2,000 justice points. So I messed up there. I definitely should have just done PvP, and then I would have got the gear way faster, the item level. And then I would have been able to just do the same thing on my shaman instead of having to buy it, but I ran out of time. Because I did it at like 12:30 in the morning, when I finally finished it. And I didn't realize also that also with the scenario, there was a chance for you to get like a satchel with something in it with like special transmog or special weapons. So there was like one-handed agility weapons. I got this helmet. The only reason I knew about it is because this helmet came out of it, and I was like, whoa, where did that come from? And apparently it's just a chance from doing that scenario. I did it a couple times, but it seemed like really rare. There's a lot of stuff they could drop. Where is this other thing? Am I just killing Hosen, or is there something else in here? It makes it look like there's something else in here, but yeah, I've only got one clue. Where are the other clues? You gonna drown, human? Okay, is it like underneath the ship? No. Where's it at? We got this one. It'd have to be up top then. We checked underneath the mid-level. Oh, this dead guy. Alright, we killed all the Hosen. Encoded captain's log. Oh, I didn't get whatever that is. Where's that from? From the monkey? No. I have to go back underneath? No, that's just a journal. What's the captain's log? Let's see. Search it, then recover the captain's log and see if it has any information on where we can find him. This log is from a military ship, so it'll be written using a cipher. Take it to Nod Kojak after. No. I don't see this log anywhere. Oh, okay. The monkey has it. Specific mob. I was like, I do not see that. Here we go. Oh, too fat to get out the window. Sounds like such old-timey music nowadays. I feel like I'd hear this in like rush hour or something. Alright. According to the clues you found, that was Anduin's ship and Admiral Taylor was the captain. Last entry says he was going to fight off the Hosen and protect the vessel after the shipwreck. The locals say these Hosen sometimes take prisoners. I didn't see Taylor's corpse anywhere among the wreckage, so you'll probably find Taylor at the Hosen encampment to the northeast. I guess at least for like Pandaria, things that happened in the future don't make Pandaria's like lore or story like obsolete. I can't remember anything happening in like Shadowlands or whatever that kind of retconned what was going on in Pandaria. It seemed like more self-contained, so it doesn't seem as horrible to like read the quests again or like try and remember about the lore for it, because they weren't like the Shadow Pin was the jailer all along, like, so yeah, a little bit more contained. I do really like that you can keep doing your professions in Pandaria even if they're not the right level. I'll probably have to buy some gems though to catch up my crafting. Let me get this frog. Never mind, I don't want this frog, it's gray. Garbage. Goodbye, frog. All 3 pixels of you. He's lucky this time. Alright, we found Admiral Taylor. And a fish. The Path of War. I see you want to save your friend. I can help you if you'll help me. First of all, it should be obvious that the fewer the slingtail roaming around, the easier it will be to escape. Killed Hosen. You may be an outsider, but you and I have a common enemy in the Hosen. Many members of my tribe are trapped in cages nearby. I've also seen your alliance soldiers as well. I cannot leave without freeing my brethren, just as you cannot leave yours. Slingtail, hold the keys to those cages. Find the keys to free our friend. Hosen skulls are prize tokens among my village. Oh, you just hang up the monkey skulls, apparently. That's not weird at all. Use them to perform ceremonial rites, and the older the skull, the more potent its magic. Okay. That's not culty or creepy at all. Luckily for us, Hosen are careless, filthy beasts. Okay. Not mincing any words. They leave the skulls of their dead scattered among their huts and campfires. God. The Horde were like something. They were something in Pandaria, man. Oh my god. I don't really remember it that way. Even though I played mainly Horde, I think, in Pandaria. I think I had a priest that I leveled up. I never really like played the priest, but I like leveled a priest in Pandaria. That was Alliance, and I think basically everyone else was mainly Horde that I played. But I don't remember it being like this. Got the rose-tinted glasses. It was fine. We were fine. There was nothing wrong with the Horde. It was okay. And then I go back and play it, and I'm just like, ooh. They're like, what is a good race for the Horde to ally with? They're like, Ooflingers. That's a good one. Monkeys. They leave dead skulls of their family members all over the place. Probably have to go back and check in like an hour and a half to see if the time lost proto-drake came back up again. I think I killed it at like 12 or 12:30, something like that. I think they can respawn within like 2 hours. It takes a little bit though for the corpse to despawn first. I don't have skinning. Get rid of the corpse. Where are all the monkeys to kill? Everybody kill all the monkeys. This one didn't even count. These monkeys out here don't count. Oh, you guys. They count. I kinda am also interested in the other two specs for Shaman for once. Like, maybe I can try out some Resto and some Ellie too. Normally I'm just like a strictly Enhancement Shaman, I don't really play the other specs, but Resto is supposed to be pretty strong this expansion. Depending, I mean they made changes, so we won't really know how badly they nerfed us. I was watching interview with the devs for MoP, and they were saying that like they didn't want to pull everybody up to the level of like Resto Shamans, that they actually wanted to. They said if they made everybody come up, then you would bring like less healers because they were just so strong that you would just actually bring less healers if they pulled all of the healers up to Resto Shaman level. So they like, instead our idea was that we would lower Resto Shamans and then bring everybody else up to Resto Shaman level. So Resto would be nerfed and everybody else would be buffed to about what a Resto Shaman could do. That was their ideology, at least. We don't know. We'll see in practice how that actually worked out, but I am interested to see how they actually play, if they're actually still strong or not, or if they nerfed them too hard. Riley, hello. Lies for what? Ooh, but I did get, there's a blue Tanuki pup in here. I didn't catch that one. Like, this breath attack just misses so much for being a 90% hit chance. It's always missing. You don't trust someone doing that. Look, it's just because I should be able to get a lot of money from doing pet battles, and you can get like tokens and stuff. The lesser fortune or whatever for doing the pet battles. And a lot of the pets sell for a lot of money. I've made quite a bit of gold already selling pets. I don't really care so much for the pet battling itself, but can be very lucrative, is what we're going for. Tanuki pup, kick my whelp's ass. Alright, never mind now. Oh shit, never mind. We'll try again. So you smart. What do you mean? Trying to get money? But yeah, there's like a whole pet battle quest line, and at the end of it you get like a whole bunch of money for doing it. Ooh. Okay. I have a couple of these we can open now. It's really tough to actually get any of the monkeys to kill. There's a lot of people out here. I think everything was killed. Oh, hey! Oh, Mop, never understood the decision to add Pokemon to WoW. Much rather preferred playing Tetris through mods and sitting on. Like, yeah, I'd rather play Tetris. Yeah, it was definitely weird when they added it in. I'm definitely more of the mindset of like, if I wanted to play Pokemon, I would just go play Pokemon. But it's more of a, like I said, it's more about trying to get money from doing the pet battle and also the like valor points and the charms of good fortune out of it, and less about actually enjoying pet battling. Because, yeah, like, I have a Switch. I can just go play Pokemon if I want to play Pokemon. What? How's it going? How's the kiddo? Got a couple more to kill. Yeah, man, it's tough in here. Got so many. I don't know how many. I'm back. There we go. Alright, and then last cage. Good stuff. We can free them now, maybe? Ah, you're brave. An admirable trait. Yeah, sure. Okay. Friendly with Pearlfin. I think I can finally get heirloom stuff. I don't have any because I didn't have a guild for forever. I'm revered with this guild now, so good. Okay, did we get an upgrade? No. Okay. Kung Din. I hope you are capable of this next task, for our lives depend on it. There's only one key that will unlock our chains. Unfortunately, the keys hang around the neck of the Hosen's pet tiger, Kung Din. The tiger in a great pit to the north. Murder tiger, got it. Oh, actually alive? Oh, nice. Look, alive. Such a fitting name, guild name. Look, it's alive. Just a staff if I want to try Ellie. I don't know, Ellie seems like it might be fun. Okay. Now I'm honored. Man, I went from friendly to honored in one quest to give you 4,400 rep. Without healing, your friend Taylor will die. Right. My village is just east of here in the middle of the large lake. I will take Taylor myself. The fighting is most dangerous in that direction. I need you to help clear a path through the Hosen. Okay. Sure. Yep, like this Taylor guy. Look, Fishman's carrying him. What was the name of that movie with the fish guy? I don't remember what it was called. I did not watch it. It looked weird. Okay. A lot of hoes in the kill. Is there... I don't know, it didn't seem like I had to do a lot of fighting there. Kind of seemed like you just walked through and everything was fine. Do I actually have to fight them? Nothing spawned for me. Okay, I'm gonna plop them down. Okay, yeah, I still have to kill them. Damn. To the Hosen. At least these ones don't tag, so like multiple people can hit them. I was trying to watch like some of the videos for like what are good comps that you can play based on your back, or if you wanted to do arena. And it was like priests have god comp, which is really, really good. And they're like, but aside from that, you're gonna have a really, really tough time, and you're basically just playing a cancel cast simulator, trying to cast anything against the million arms warriors and the holy DKs that'll be playing. And they just did the rework for the Shadow Priest for this expansion, where you now get orbs to be able to cast your abilities. So you have a choice of whether you would like to cast Devouring Plague or your stun. So having to choose if you're going to use your points on a damage ability, because you only get 3 of them, on actually damaging, or doing a stun and then possibly being in a situation where you don't have an orb available and you need to stun somebody. I think that really it feels really bad. I'm glad it's not that way in like retail right now. Yeah, I definitely you basically have to play with like a frost mage, because they're like Shadow Priest can actually cast them because the other people on your team just you play with a druid and a frost mage, so that the druid can cyclone people and the mage can just shoot somebody, so you can actually cast. I was like, oh, kind of glad I didn't go for the Shadow Priest. That seems kind of bad. Whereas, like, for an Enhancement Shaman, I can play with a warrior, which there should be a bazillion warriors for me to play with, or a hunter, which there should also be a lot of hunters because they're supposed to be pretty strong. I think a lot of people will play them. Or if it's really struggling, I could try Resto or Ellie too. So, man, all these pets suck. Oh, we can get the spider at least. But yeah, I think they kind of felt the same way. Not only for Resto, but for Reese as well. That like maybe they were too strong compared to the other ones. And people are like, if you were playing a paladin, they're like, it's okay, just uninstall the game. But they buffed them up, so hopefully they'll be able to play just fine. I don't know if I can catch this one. I didn't realize my other pet was dead. Keep doing this, starting a battle with all my pets dead. Alright, we got a second shot at life here. With the spider. Ooh. Yes. Alright, got it on the first shot. I have to remember to heal my pet. There we go. How many more? Oh, I only need one more. Okay. One more hosen. Buffs were off. Gotta make sure we got that windfury going. The best part of the shaman. I didn't get credit for that one. Pitch ripper. There we go. We'll say one thing that sucks though, playing on like a super packed server versus one that's more dead, is that only one person can use the mining nodes. So good luck with that. Good luck trying to get a mining node. I can't tell you how many times, just even like in random parts of the old world, that I was just like walking around questing and somebody would fly on top of me and immediately take the piece of ore I was trying to grab. And I'm like, why are you in this random corner of Winter Spring? Oh, wait, I sense the presence of intruders. Is it Hosen? Put on your big boy pants. Okay.
Commander?
We have no other choice. Put down your weapon, warrior, and we will put down ours. Slowly, then.
With this fish.
Welcoming outsiders into our village.
Which makes for funny.
Stay only until Taylor is well. But then you must leave. We will be watching you.
Okay, well, you have fun watching us, I guess. Or whatever.
Reporting in.
Okay. I've been thinking we're cut off from support and a long way from home. Although these Prelfin Jinyu mistrust our presence, they do not appear to be hostile. We could convince them that we are their friends, and an alliance between our races could prove extremely valuable.
I'm counting on you.
I am kind of surprised that they didn't end up giving us these races further down the line, but I'm wondering, like, how poorly received they were when they came out. Was anybody really like, oh man, I want to be a Jinyu so bad? Or like, oh man, I want to be a Hosen so bad? I think most people would rather be like, yeah, I'd rather be a Naga though. Stranger, have you ever seen a stone fall into a calm lake? Every action creates a ripple. Even accepting a pledge of friendship, I shall think upon your request. Said maybe. No harm. Many thousands of years ago, a Pearlband tribe stood on the throne of all Pandaria. Now this village is all that's left of our people. All because we trusted a tribe of outsiders, the Hosen. Well, maybe you shouldn't have trusted a bunch of monkeys who threw poop at each other. I think that's your fault. You know? Seems like a bad idea. Also, how did you let a bunch of monkeys do that to you? I don't understand, but okay. Then go away. I'm busy. Here. Put them door.
Do you hear the river's song? Go with the waters. I've got quite the catch.
I don't have any guild repairs. Rip. No. Alright, we tried, but everybody said, no, we won't be your friend. Not very nice.
At ease, soldier. I'm counting on you.
Sounds like you made quite the good impression. Well done. What do you mean? I just walked around and everybody was like, Like, what? You gotta clean those bags. You gotta see the bag. You think that's bad? You should see my retail bags across like 7,000 characters for 20 years. The only saving grace for my retail bags was that at some point, when they re-released the Mage Tower, old materials became worth so much money that it had actually benefited me to keep all of that stuff for so long. It was like an actual land or like a gold mine worth of materials, old stuff. Yeah, it's bad though. They're not great. There's some stuff. I didn't want to go in the auction house because when I was using it earlier, it was super slow. Like every item took like a full minute to load, and I was like, I'm not dealing with that right now. Way too long. Heck yeah, I have a guild bank full of old stuff for no real reason. Yeah, I have one like an old guild that I kept around that I have a bunch of like stuff in the guild bank, like with a guild bank alt. What do you guys want? Tortoise flanks. Oh, the turtles are dead. I was like, where am I getting this from? Yeah, I kept so many like things that ended up being worth so much. I probably won't sell a lot of them though. Like the haunted mementos. Mementos. I think I might have put them in the bank. But on retail, they're worth like 500,000 gold. I have a couple of them. Things that I would probably just never use. I'm always like, maybe eventually I'll go back and do this and I don't want to have to farm it again. But you know, it's been like a decade and I still have not done it. Like, I don't know how many of those like bijoux or whatever from Zul'Gurub I have. Or just like the Hodier reputation or Briar. Just like like a really old rep stuff. I'm like, I'll go back and do it eventually, right? The stuff for like protoform synthesis, anima. I've been trying to sell one of mine on retail to cash out some gold for a boost. On Classic for a farming druid? Yeah, I was like, do I want to sell this? Like, 500,000 gold is a lot of gold. But, yeah, it feels like... I think I would feel too bad about losing it. I've had that shadow following me around for so long. It would just be sad. It was definitely one of the neatest items I put in the game. It was still funny at one point, it like broke their game because so many people had it. Like, I think it was doing something weird when they were flying, but there was some weird bug with it, and I think they made it like stop appearing as much because their servers couldn't handle the little shadow thing. How many little shadow things were all over the place. I would feel worse if they hadn't nerfed it so hard on retail. Yeah. I think it used to come out a lot more. But they had some issues with it. It is really surprising, like, how much the game is supposed to be, you know, an MMO. Like, a lot of people playing together, right? Like, massive. And how poorly the game handles having more than like 10 people at the same place at once. Like doing like Terran Mill, the battle for Terran Mill or whatever, or South Shore. That's just like a giant lag fest. Anything that you do in open world is a giant lag fest. And I think one of the worst versions of it was during Battle for Azeroth when we had the Battle for Nazjatar, which was a super cool event. I really liked it when it first came out. I was doing it all the time. But because the game's servers were so bad and the shards were so bad, the technology for handling people just didn't work. There's a guild called Ruin Gaming, and they ruined the game. So what they would do is they would get giant, like multiple amounts of raids, and all join the same shard at the same time. So if you weren't Alliance, you lost all the time because they would just lag out the server, spawn into the zone, and just overwhelm the people that were there by sheer numbers because you could only press one button like every minute because of how laggy they made it. So they always won, and it was because the game couldn't handle having that many people. And it was like that for months and months and months. Eventually the Horde made a similar guild and tried to like counterbalance it a little bit, so like we won sometimes. But I was just like, this is such a cool event and you guys suck so bad for like not actually letting us enjoy it. Like nobody wants to do world PvP. Like apparently a lot of people want to do world PvP, we just fucking can't. Because it get ruined so easily. Oh, I'm doing okay. Hand is still healing from the amputation. Wait, what? Oh, the thing, okay. Forgot. I was like, wait, the whole hit. Just a bit. Yeah. Annoying as fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks though. Kiddo turned 4 on Saturday. Aw. And about whooped my ass in bowling. Oh my god. Very smart and kind. That's great. Now it's up to me not to ruin her. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. You're a great dad. I'm sure. Need to find you an auto sorter? Yeah, I keep opening my bag and like trying to click like the sort button that doesn't exist in Classic. About the original opening of the AQ gates, I wasn't around for that. Like I was playing during that time, but I didn't actually participate at that time, so I didn't get to see it at any time. As many times as I've played like the Classic or the re-releases or season or whatever, I've never gotten to actually be part of opening the gates. But yeah, I assume that's the same thing. Crashing the shitty servers, yeah. It's just always like that. But yeah, I was really upset about the Battle for Nazjatar one, because I was like, it's really shitty that for months the devs just allowed one guild to make world PvP unplayable. Like you put a lot of time and effort into making this game, like gameplay for us for world PvP, and then nobody can participate in it except for Alliance, who are, you know, essentially using a bug to win every single one. Man, they really extincted every single turtle in this pond. I can't find any to kill. I've been running around in circles for forever and just every turtle is dead. Just absolute massacre. They're gone. There's none left. The entire generation and their children have been wiped out. They're all gone. It's done. I hope they don't ever want turtles ever again. Can't find any. This one? Oh my god, we found a turtle. Oh my god, there's 2 turtles. Oh, Liz, thank you for the follow. But, yeah. I definitely should get, like, a bag thing that lets me sort stuff out, because I'm missing some of the retail stuff. And it feels like MoP is already so close to retail. Like, so many of the things that are in MoP are very retail-y. I definitely need to get a UI. Something for my UI, because I cannot have my bars all the way up there. Especially when I'm on Death Knight. Like, there's no way I'm gonna work with my runes being all the way up here. Like, how do you track that? That was fucking bad after all the mats were farmed. Oh, Paradosi, I forgot about Paradosi. Went to open the gates but told both Horde and Alliance side. Almost the whole server turned out to SIL. Ping rate skyrocketed. The completed the inventory and the in-game cutscene started. Someone popped PvP. Someone attacked. Screen locked up and the world server crashed for hours. That's amazing. X-Pearl, is that still a thing? Does anybody use that anymore? They have a, the one I'll probably use is they have one that mimics the Dragonflight customization option for UI, which would work the best for me, because right now on the retail version I just use the built-in UI editor because you can move most of the stuff around that you need. But yeah, there's just no way that I can, especially for DK, track resources all the way up here. I can't, like, I need the runes somewhere around here to actually be able to see them. I don't want to have to look all the way up there just to see a rune. This is the patch where, or the expansion where DK still had runes to deal with. I don't really care anymore in retail. It's just the same one. I don't know, just dating myself. Expert. Jesus, yeah. But yeah, I wasn't around for when they opened the gates, but that sounds funny. It sounds about right for how a launch would go for WoW. And everybody always makes it worse. Because they're like, you know what would be even better? They're like, what if we all spam our AoE spells and get on the biggest mounts that we have possible? And use every single toy that we have to, like, clutter the... And it's like, it's an MMO. Like, people are doing things that are, like, kind of social, you know? They're playing with their toys, they're casting their spells. They're all hanging out, you know? Telling horrible jokes to each other. But, the game's just like, there's 10 of you together? Absolutely not. The server's going down. Alright, time to start working. Enjoy your day. Alright, thank you. Hope you're feeling better though with your hand. And happy birthday to your little one. Early in an ad. Okay. I'm sorry. There we go. Give you that. Yeah, this is a tough life out here. With all the turtles being gone. How are we gonna eat? Oh, hello, turtle. Goodbye, turtle. Give me your meat. It's so weird that you can cast lightning bolt while moving. Oh my god, that didn't give me. How do you not have flanks? None of you have asses? Is it assless turtle epidemic? Like, what is going on? Like the headless raptors all over again. On the Horde side, the chlorophyll quest was miserable. I bailed on it, dungeon queued to 86 and moved on to Valley of the Four Winds. Yeah, I don't blame you. Some of the quests are just... Ooh. Yeah, none of these turtles have asses. And, maybe they deserve to be purged, you know? Like, you guys kind of had it coming. Maybe you should have had some asses, and, we wouldn't need to kill so many of you. Here we go. Have to insult them a little bit harder. I shouldn't have any issue doing it on my Horde side character because nobody is on that server. So it should just be me. I should have everything to myself.
Eyes open. Goodbye. I'm counting on you.
We got all the turtle asses back to the camp.
Thank you, Captain.
Okay, we recently lost a fierce battle against the Hosen at Moonwater Retreat. We evacuated as many of our people as we could. There's so many we couldn't save. We have no tokens of our loss over which to send our prayers. If someone could go and retrieve heirlooms from the dead bodies, we could properly lay them to rest and move on. Okay, we can do that. Go rob dead people. Got it. Oh dear, the elder mustn't find out. I must have left the elder's ceremonial instruments behind. Okay.
Maybe you can recruit some of the locals. I'll leave the situation here.
Can you please help me? Maybe, I guess. Sure. I suppose. there's an inn in here. This is a pretty cool looking inn, this building. Like their little fishies. No. Do we trust you? Well, I came in here and, you know, I'm just gonna put my feet in your water. Take a little nappy. Yeah. I'm gonna take my break really quick though, guys, so I will be right back. Alright, we are back. Gotta make sure that I get up every now and again and look at the sun. You know, my little golem gremlin eyes don't see the light of day. Only World of Warcraft. Alright, we're all in the hot tub with the fish people. What are these? They got tiny goldfish in? That's pretty cute. Why do they walk around with the goldfish? That's weird. I never noticed that before. Pretty cute though. Okay, where are we going next? More murder? More murder. Okay. Put on some water walking. I can't believe I've never gotten the winter spring mounts. Like even on retail, I never finished it. I could have done it so many times, I feel like, by now. Is there any more ghost iron? That would be great. Oh, this is just like a bog. Wrong way. Okay, now we're looting the dead people. Did you get the Angora one? No, I never got the Angora one either. There's a lot of stuff that, like, I started doing and then stopped because I'm an alcoholic. They have way, way, way too many characters, so I would start doing it and then stop and start a new character and start doing it on the new character and then do that like 10 times and then never get it. And I did that for like everything for my entire life. Yeah, the Venom Hive is really cool. I never finished getting it. There was a lot of stuff in all the expansions where like you had to do something every day. So like for BFA there was some like flying bug mount. You had to like do something with it every day for like 30 days straight. And I did like 15 days worth on like 10 different characters and I never finished it on anybody. There was another one that they did recently in The War Within on like the Siren's Isle for one of those like Naga mount things. And I did the same thing with that one. So yeah, every time they introduce a do something for so many weeks mount on the same character, I never fucking get that mount. Because I switch my character like every 2 weeks. Play something new. VFA had like 3 or 4 of those mounts. Paku, the Child of Torkali, yeah, it just... There was too many. The one I remember was for... when the Horrific Visions came out, there was the bug one. I remember doing that. I did it on like 15 days on my mage, 15 days on a monk, 15 days on a shaman, like 15 days on a new shaman, like just really, really dumb level skills for that. I don't know. You did get them, nice. Could never follow through on any of them. Where is it? Like actually in the building? Do I have to go in here? Oh no, the monkeys have them, but... Oh, the monkeys are dead! There's a lot of people here. You're not missing out, he's pretty like... I really like all the bug mounts. I like all the weird bug things in the game. But like Encourage was really cool. I didn't even get to do Encourage, basically at any point in time. I don't even think I ever went back at any point to go through the raid. But I thought all the bug people were cool. And then I really like the Claxi. They're really neat. And then I like all of the Nerubian people. All the Nerubian people are cool. So yeah, I like the weird buggy mounts. Okay, literally everybody is doing this quest right this moment. All the bug races are sick. Nerubians carried the War Within for me? Yeah, I thought it was super cool, the Nerubian stuff. Oh god. Yeah, see what I mean about the mine? Like, good luck trying to mine anything when the nodes aren't shared. I feel like they should make them shared. Really tough. So I sent a ticket to Blizzard to ask if I could transfer my character from Aranicus, which is a PvP server, to Mancrick, which is a PvE server. And I liked how the response was basically, I don't know, maybe. Just buy a token, like buy a transfer thing, and see if it works. I was like, thanks, that's super helpful. But there is a server lock for like faction balance, and I'm like, what do you mean you don't have any faction balance on any faction? Like Benediction is like 99% alliance. And I was like, I think Mancrick is the same thing but Horde. And I'm like, but you want me to like the free transfers that they opened up only allow my Horde character to basically go to Benediction. They're like, you know where we should let the Horde characters go? The fucking 99% alliance server. They'll love that. They'll definitely want to keep playing on that server. I was able to transfer from Mancrick to Whitemane, a PvP server. Whitemane is like 95% Horde, yeah. So I was like, that's shit. It's like, you might be able to, but you might not be able to, and it'll depend, and maybe in the future you could do it, even if you can't do it now, because of faction balancing. I'm like, that's such a dumb answer, because you guys don't have faction balancing. It's like, you did it in Season of Discovery, which I thought was great. Like, they had a PvP server, and if it was at, like a little over 50%, they wouldn't let you make that faction until enough people made the other faction again. So they had like actual balancing for the factions. And I was like, I can understand waiting for that to eventually open up, because reasonably within, you know, like maybe a week or a couple of days, like it would open up. But a server that is just 99% Horde, when would I ever have balance? Like, do you think they're just suddenly gonna be like, yeah, you know what, actually let's do alliance on the pure Horde server? That's not gonna happen. So I don't know what's gonna go on with my warlock. So I don't know if I can actually move her where I want to move her. Don't you like not having an economy? Yeah, I literally on Aranicus there's like 6 items on the auction house. It's like it's a truly dead server. Every once in a while I'll see the same person that just logs on like the same character, but they all have like the same first part of their name. So it's just the same person on a couple different characters that logs in Orgrimmar. But yeah. They're like, here's free transfers to literally the worst servers possible. You might as well just stay on the dead server. Like, you think that it's annoying that you can't get groups on your server, but what if you can't get groups on your server and you get camped by the Alliance all day long? Wouldn't that be more of a... Like, what is the thought process behind trying to send my Horde character to Benediction? I just don't know. Like, what are you doing? And the funniest thing is that, like, I didn't even think about it because I was like, oh, the servers went down one day when I was playing, and when I came back, it does like weird stuff, like the server restarted. So it's like, oh, you're playing on a PvP server. You should not do this if you're a casual. And also, you can't transfer to a PvE server if you make a character here. And I'm like, I already have a character here. Why is it giving me this message? Like, it's just telling me right now. after I've had this character since Classic that I'm not allowed to transfer from PvP to PvE. And that's not even true, because the GM told me that I can, it's just a faction balance issue that I'm not allowed to do it. And that it may change in the future, if the faction balance changes. So. Oh my god. Everything takes so long, everything's dead. We've killed the entire ecosystem. I do that? I'm now. Probably just a battle group situation type deal. I don't know, maybe. Well, I don't have my lightning shielding. That'll probably help. It seems like you'd be able to transfer from PvP to PvE without issue, but PvE to PvP I could see being restricted. Well, yeah, I guess they were saying, like, somebody's argument for it was, it's easier to get to, like, max level and farm and do things on a PvE server, so not being able to, you know, super buff out your character on a PvE server easily and then transfer to a PvP where everybody else has been struggling to do these things in the open world. But the message actually says the other way, that you can't transfer from PvP to PvE, and like I said, it's actually a lie, you can. I don't know why the message is there. Okay, we got all of our stuff. PvE to PvP is what I personally just did, so I could raid with some friends. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do because my guild on retail is playing on Man Creek, so they're raiding there. So that's why I wanted to transfer my character there. I'm like, the GM is just like, possibly you might be able to do it, who knows? Pay us money and find out. I'm like, okay, that's great. Good job. Pretty stupid though, sorry your warlock is stranded, it's alright, thank you though. The only plus side to my warlock being stranded over there right now is that he has free access to all of the, like, mounts and pets if I want to farm anything over there, because there's never any horde. I have seen one alliance person, but very likely that I'll be able to get, like, the time lost on her. What time did I do it at? Like 12:30? I could actually probably check right now. Again, possible that it's up. Last time when I logged in it was Viragosa, but you can see. Check one last time. And then I gotta finish my homework for German class. Okay, let's see. Maybe it'll be up. I do not have a time loss in retail. I have lots of time lost on retail, but I do not have a time lost. Well, the body is gone. Yeah, last time I think it took like 2.5 hours for it to respawn. But it wasn't a time loss, it was Viragosa again. Like, normally you would fly the other way though, right? Because she flying this way? I've seen it flying both directions, actually. First time it was flying towards me, the other time it was flying away, so I don't actually know. Could also be on a different loop. Or it could just not be spawned yet. Yeah, I think I started streaming at 1. I think I maybe killed it around 12 or 12:30, so it definitely could be up by now. I would see these like blue proto dragons take off, and I'm like, oh no, that's not it. I get so excited. Rip. Okay. Where does this go? This one? Hmm. Such like a heartbreak that this spawn shares a spawn with the time lost proto drake, because every time you're like, oh, I see the big drake. No, and it's just here goes it again. Oh, stupid Virgo. Alright, I didn't see it on this side path. And then all of the other ones kind of converge on this little one over here. He is the worst tease. Everybody tells me like how many like dozens and dozens of times they've killed Viragosa before they got the time lost, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm always surprised that people are able to get it, because normally they're like competing with other people, but also I'm really surprised I have not gotten it, because I'm not competing with anybody. Like there's nobody here. Like there's literally no one here. I'm the only person in the zone ever. And like I said, I've only ever seen one other person flying around, waiting for the time loss here. That was Alliance. I kind of just leave her parked out here. But after the servers go down, it should be like they would spawn within 2 to 8 hours again. So, I think the servers go down. They're doing maintenance again tonight, right? In like an hour. Having the entire server as a clubhouse is pretty sick. It kind of is, but it's also like, it feels so like Bizarro Land to be playing an MMO by like by yourself. There's nobody here. It's so weird. Alright, it didn't come around there. I think it would have flown around by now. Yeah, it's possible nothing spawned yet because it hasn't been too long. It'll take a couple more hours. But when I get back from class, it should definitely have respawned by then, I think. Maybe. I think it can take up to 8. But I don't feel like most people say it takes 8. Usually seems like it's just a couple hours. I have German class. Trying to learn German. We all suck. Yeah, I'm just doing A1 right now. I feel like I can understand quite a bit now, but this will be my 3rd week of German class. Still really hard to like talk, but definitely understand a lot more. Alright. I guess we will post her back up here. Hope that it spawns again. when I come back. I could probably check once more before I actually leave later. But, yeah, I do have to finish up my homework for my class, eat some dinner before I go, so, that's the first steps usually, yeah, understanding it better than speaking it, yeah, definitely, just like learning vocabulary and stuff, but having the words like come up fast enough to form sentences is difficult, but reading and listening is definitely improving. But yeah, I'm gonna get off of here for today. Thank you guys for coming to hang out and for the follows. I hope that you're able to get all of your quest mobs killed today. You don't have to wait too long for all of your quests. But yeah, it was fun, and it was fun talking. I'll see you guys all later.